The last learning objective 8 in section 4.1, is to identify the outliers of a dataset by computing the fences. The website Weather Underground tracks weather data from around the world. The following data is from Salt Lake City, Utah for April of 16 recent years. We have days with precipitation. Use fences to determine if there are any outliers in this data set. Carefully show your work. So let me write the formulas for computing fences. They are Q1 minus 1.5 times the IQR and Q3 plus 1.5 times the IQR. Any data value that is below the lower fence or above the upper fence will be considered an outlier. So we need to find Q1 and Q3 in order to compute the IQR and to compute these fences. I have the data values entered into GeoGebra. I'm going to click on one variable analysis, which will open up the one variable analysis window. And then I'm going to click on the summation X button, which will give me the 5-number summary. So I can see here that my Q1 is 10 and my Q3 is 13.5. I'm going to open up now the calculator, and I'll make this just a little bit bigger. And let's compute those fences. The first fence is Q1, which is 10 minus 1.5 times, 1.5 times the IQR, which is Q3, 13.5 minus Q1, which is 10. And that gives me 4.75. That's my lower fence. If there are any data values that are below 4.75, that would be considered an outlier. Now we'll calculate the upper fence. The upper fence is computed by taking Q3, which is 13.5, plus 1.5 times the IQR. And that gives me 18.75. Any value that is above 18.75 will also be considered an outlier. So now let's look at our data values. Well, 13 is between 4.75 and 18.75, as is 14 and 12 and 13 and 9 and 8 and 13 and 14. 21, however, is above 18.75. So therefore that is an outlier. Let's look at the rest of the numbers. 12, 10, 13, 9, 14, 12, and 10. All of those are in between the fences. We are only an outlier if we are below the lower fence or above the upper fence. So our only outlier is 21.